Hello beautiful people, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Mosa Zengele. If you're coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. If you're a return subscriber, you are highly appreciated for your time, data and opportunities that you're taking to comment in the comment section and engaging with me. And to all the new subscribers, hello and welcome. And please watch other videos so that you can know me better, and remember to comment in the comment section so that I can also get to know you better. Now we come into the last part of my resignation in the Department of Education, January 2022. The last time we were at the court, that's where the other part of the stories ended. This is part 3. If you want to know what happened before then, please go check part 1 and part 2. Now this is the last part. It's gonna be longer than 20 minutes, so please brace yourself. So the court decides that they are not granting anybody the protection orders or the harassment orders. Fine. Now I have to go back to that school. The tension was so high. First of all, when I go back to school, I find that I no longer have a class. I'm taken out of the class that I've had for years. I'm put now next to the class that is right next to the office. And soon I would find out why I was put in there, so that each and every learner that comes to me or that have a conversation with me can be seen by people in the office. By that, I'm talking about the principal and her deputies. I think he had put an instruction that should any girl child is seen to be talking to me, they need to be called to come and clarify what is it that they were talking to me about. They did not come to me, but they went to all the learners that were coming to me. It did not matter whether it's how trivial. It did not matter. By the way, let me specify this. I had been running the ped drive for a while by then. I used to collect pads and toiletries, the necessities, the toilet rolls, the tissue, toilet rolls and roll-ons, some hand stuff, hand creams for the girls, and I would target those learners that are disadvantaged and learners that have accidents. You know that even a learner does not even if a learner is not coming from a disadvantaged home, sometimes periods can come at any given time. So I made it my duty to have a collection of pets, and these learners would come to me to get pets. It was part of the things that I volunteered to do. By the way, besides being a maths teacher, I was an LO teacher. So all these 3 things combined, I mean, there are learners that I've taught maths for years and years. I'm also the LO teacher, life orientation subject. I'm also the teacher that has got pets that they can come to. So that made me like the mother of them, the mother of the school, plus my age. All those things, when combined together, it made it much more approachable for the learners to come to me to tell me about these things that were bothering me, I think. And now the pet drive was removed from me. When I get there, no pets. There's no more pets at school for me to give the learners. And learners still come for me for the pets because they don't know these politics. They just know that Zengele is the one that's giving us the pets. And now I have to explain to the learners that I no longer have pets. I don't know where the pets are. Hey, guys. Hey. Okay, fine. Now, this thing carries on. And then on the 30th of September, these news made way again on the social media, on Facebook, on Twitter again. That is the day that the school trended #1 on the list on the 30th of September. Anyone can go and check which school was trending on the 30th of September 2020. That school is the school that I was working at. And it trended by 11 midnight. Panyaza Lusufi took out the statement that he would be coming to the school on the 1st of October. He did come on the 1st of October. Guess what happened? I was put in a class. I was told not to leave the class by the deputy principal. I will be called. Was I ever called? No. Instead, all the alleged perpetrators were in the office with Panyaza Lusufi. They told Panyaza Lusufi, #1, I am not at school and I am creating chaos from home. They said I am on some sick leave. I am not at school. That time, remember, I just told you I had a class that was next to the office. I was put to the class that was next to the office. He was lied to. They lied. I have his video. From the parents, that was taken out by the parents. When he came out of that office, trying to go out to his car, the parents were like, we want to know what is happening. He gave out a short statement. I'll attach that video here. You can hear when he claims that I am not at school. He is told that I'm not at school, and he even calls me the teacher that is causing this. Something like that.
I'm struggling to get information, so I've appointed a team to go and gather information from the learners, from the social networks. And on the basis of that, I'll act, because currently there's no tangible information that can assist us, and I'm very worried. But I can indicate the problems at the school. So I've asked the district to give me a report, and the allegations that are made are very serious. But if I have to fire a principal, I have to fire a teacher, I need to get somebody who can substantiate this. So we've just established a team to go and speak to the affected learners, speak to their parents, and gather whatever that they need to gather, and then so that I can act. But for now it's very difficult to act, because the information that is here, if I suspend somebody, I can tell you they'll sue government tomorrow. And I have to pay that person. We are told there's a teacher that is at home, is the one that is inciting learners. I don't know. I've never interviewed that teacher. So the teachers that are here can make allegations against her. But she also have a right to make allegations against her. She also has a right to make allegations against whoever. So that is why I needed an independent team. So I've appointed an independent team to go and interview everyone.
Yes.
If they are concerned parents, they must also be listened to. If they are concerned learners, they must also be listened to. If they are concerned SGB members, they must be listened to. And I've given them 14 days to then come to me with that report, and then I can act. So everyone will be given an opportunity to be interviewed, and then we can take this.
So MEC, in those 14 days that you have given the investigators to investigate, the principal and the teacher, the alleged teacher, will they still be on duty, or because maybe that would interfere with the investigations?
I need everyone to be interviewed. So if they're not at school, how will you interview them?
Okay.
If you have made an allegation against the principal, you must be interviewed. Okay. So if I say stay at home, how will they interview them?
Okay.
And when you investigate,
Are you not worried about their safety?
Wait. When you investigate, someone can say something today, and I will be in a position to argue you. Then I have to interview another person. So they also have to give another person an opportunity to everyone must be given an opportunity.
I was now a teacher that is causing trouble at school, guys. According to what Panyaza was told, and he almost believed me until the learners came fetching me, and just as he was finishing his statement, I was right next to him. I'm talking about the Mr. Panyaza Lusuf, the very one that is now the premier of Gauteng, that very one. I stood next to him. He looked at me like he was in disbelief, but then he went into his car, he left. And then he called the IDSO of the school and asked that, how come I was lied to? Please, that lady, I saw her, just tell her that she needs to compile a report for me. I was told to make a report. I compiled the report. Guys, do I not like to write? And believe me, I don't praise myself. I write better than I talk. The English flies out of the window. But when I write, it does come. And if I feel like I proofread and I feel like I can manage to fix it. So I won't lie, my writing is better than my talking English. I gave my report, and based on that report, Panyaza gave that report to the law firm he appointed. He appointed a law firm that made investigations, and they investigated. My goodness, they investigated the case thoroughly. They started with investigating me. Can you believe that my phone was tapped? There was a time when my phone was tapped so that they can know who am I talking to and whatever, without me knowing. But I started seeing my phone acting somehow, and somebody said, no, your phone could be tapped, and they checked my phone and they found that definitely it was tapped. Lucky enough, I had nothing to hide. I was doing nothing wrong, so they could not find anything. And I understood that it was part of their investigation, because remember, they are told that I am taking monies and giving the learners, I am instigating and doing what. So it was only fair for them to do a thorough job. And that thorough job should start with me, the person that has reported, and that is said to be like I'm the instigator, and they had to find the reasons for, or the solid proof for the instigating that was said about me. So it was only fair. I did not even complain, and then they did the same. And guess what? They found that 6 of these people need to have an action taken up for them. And 2 of the people, because they could not be taken through the processes of the Department of Education, as they were employed by the school was instructed to deal with them with immediate effect. So the school dealt with them. They had to be terminated. Their school contracts were terminated. By who? The principal and the SGB. He had to. So, and then the principal, and 3 other educators were immediately suspended. And the very district official I told you about, he suspended me as well. Guys, I was suspended. I was suspended for 4 full months. With pay, of course, but I had to stay away from the school for 4 months. For 3 months, I had to report to the district instead. But I was banned from talking to anyone at the school, setting my foot at the school. Hey guys, I was harassed, and I had to report to his office every day. He had something negative to say to me every day. He used that opportunity to hurt me in all the ways that he could. I don't know how many times I cried. I do not know how many times I cried, because I had to report to him every day at his office. I'm talking about the district official now. The very one that went to the parent home, the very one that was also implying that the parents need to take the forgiveness. I had to report. He made me report to his office at the district. That was, I don't know, one of the most trying times. And guess how that ended? It ended by the very same law firm discovering that he also needs to be charged. The person that was saying he was charging me, and actually he did charge me. There was a charge. He did a charge sheet. I was charged. And then I can't remember. There were so many things that he was charging me with. And guess what? Those charges were overturned. And he was indeed charged, Yena himself, for his way he dealt with the school matter, his input into that corruption and everything. Everything was discovered there by this law firm that Panyaza appointed. He was charged as well. That's when I knew that, okay, at least God does exist. And I was taken back to school 2021 February. I was taken back there. And whereas he got sick the minute he heard that he was charged for even the way he was treating me there, because I had to report as to how he was treating me, because I cried so many times, guys. So he was charged for all those things, including him mistreating me there at the district. He got sick. He could not believe. He got sick, he got admitted, and he passed away. He could not believe. I think his heart could not take it. Plus, he was not even the healthiest of the people, and he gave up. He passed on that January. I think I was told on a Tuesday. Yes, I was told on a Tuesday, the last week of January. It was the last week of January. I'm still on suspension, by the way. I got a call from the head office that he is charged, and so on and so on and so on and so on, and I need to report back to duty on the 1st of February 2021. The following day, I got information that he had passed on. Imagine. I did not know how to feel, because as a human being, you cannot be happy when a person dies, because he's a father, he's a husband, he's got children that are looking up to him. But the way he treated me, guys, the way that man treated me, it was bad. I'm not playing a victim here. I'm telling you, I'm not just playing a victim. Okay, fine. I'll go back to work on the 1st of February, and they are all now suspended. All of them, they are suspended. Go to the district. They start by reporting to the district first, and then later on their suspension takes them to home. The case now is on. The investigating law firm passed the the findings to the Department of Education. The Department of Education had to do the internal procedures to deal with the matter now, after the findings were submitted to them. And now start another job to go and testify now within the Department of Education. The learners did come to testify, except for one. No, except for two. One child is that child whose mother was told that I am the instigator, I'm just causing trouble at the school. The other child, for the same teacher, could not go and testify. Ask why. On this random day, while the case is still going on, just when the learner was supposed to go and testify the following week, this week they see a car at the gate. She lives with her granny. The granny goes to the gate. As she goes to the gate to find out what is this car looking for, maybe there are people that need help with something, she's pointed with a gun and she's told directly to stay out of the school matters. This particular school, they mentioned it, that child should not dare go and testify, otherwise they both gonna die. You would swear that I'm telling fairy tales here. This is the truth. This is the things that I dealt with. I'm not talking about a long time. I'm talking about only last year, 2021. And the granny decided that no, they cannot, she cannot allow her child to jeopardize her life like that by testifying. Therefore, that teacher goes scot-free with two of his victims not able to come and testify on his case. He is told he is free, and he's told that you are free only because now those two children do not want to come and testify, and because they did not tell even these stories, because the granny was like believed that now their life was in danger, and of which I believed as well. Their life were in danger. If those guys could come and point a gun at her, they could have even killed her. And really, you can't force people to come and testify no matter what. Even after they are pointed with a gun, they have a right to pull off. So they could not go and testify. That teacher is found not guilty. That teacher resigns immediately, with immediate effect. He goes to Mpumalanga. He is working at Mpumalanga as we speak. I won't give any names here. I will not do that, but they know themselves, and I really do wish that they see these videos. They do know that I'm telling the truth. So he resigned with immediate effect. Now there's 3 left. Remember, 2 the school had to terminate their services. Now 1 has just resigned because now the learners did not testify and is found not guilty, and 3 now are left. Now of these 3 left, 2 were suspended with 3 months without pay for sexual offenses, guys. Sexual offenses within the education system. The punishment was 3 months without pay. That's it. Guess where they went to after? Straight back to the very schools that they offended from. They were taken there. And then this one was dismissed. Ask me why he was dismissed. That guy became worse. That guy was worse. And guess which one it is? That is my very dear friend. He humiliated me every chance he got. And besides him being involved with the learners and him leaving the fingerprints, because he was talking to learners through WhatsApp, there were WhatsApp messages that were very graphic WhatsApp messages. That is like leaving the fingerprints. Besides that, he was found guilty on that. He was also found guilty on body shaming. He would put a picture of somebody that looks exactly like me. And remember, we're sharing friends. We're sharing like common friends, man. We were like friends for years. So we were sharing a lot of friends, common friends on social spaces. He would put a person that looks exactly like me and says and claims that this kind of people are busy damaging people's jobs. And he would just say, I'm a witch. I'm a what? I'm a what? I'm a what? I'm a what? And he thought that is not enough to point towards him as bullying. He had another thing coming, because he was found guilty for that. And he took my car. No, he did not take my car. Let me not lie. He took a car that looks exactly like mine. And remember, like I said, we are sharing friends. So the friends that know him, they know me. Friends that know his car, they know my car. He took a car that looks exactly like mine, put it on the Facebook, and told all the teachers that they need to stay away from the person that drives a car that looks like this one. And he even made it worse, because that car that he had put there, it was the car that I have worn. If you have watched my other videos, I did say that I was an addict, and I blocked myself after I had won a car from a casino. So I had a car that I won from the casino, a Polo Vivo. He took a picture of a similar car, put it on Facebook, and give a description directly. He said, particularly the worn ones, people that won such cars, stay away from them. They would come with your soapy stories. They would do what he made sure that people that read there get a clear picture that he was directing towards me, that I am a person not to be befriended. I am a person that is dangerous. Guys, I'll put up the evidence on this video. I'm not going to share his name. I'll just hide his name so that you can see for yourself. He gave a description, even the age-wise. He said, he called me a 45 plus. A woman that is 45 plus. A woman, he said, I am jealous for his relationship. I am jealous for what? I'm jealous for the young teachers. They must stay away from me. They must stay away from the staff room, because that's where I like to stay. He even said, I used my scenario of my husband molesting my child. He even said, if this teacher will come and tell you about her husband doing what, stay away. He gave a description that was clear enough for everybody, even a stupid fool, to understand that he was talking about me. Now, he was found guilty of cyberbullying. He was found guilty of body shaming. He was also found guilty of swearing at learners, because he swore at a learner and myself on Facebook. And he tagged me so that he can swear at me there on Facebook. And he also was found guilty of sexually harassing the learner, and graphically so on WhatsApp. So he was dismissed. Now, Did it make me happy that he was dismissed? I'm sad even today, because this is the person that I knew as a young person when he started working, even before he got married. He got married while we're working together. I know his wife, I know his children. He's got little children. His youngest child is only 3 now. And he's got 2 daughters, 2 beautiful daughters. The first daughter, I used to stay with the first daughter. I would babysit for them, their child. So do I feel happy about him being dismissed? Not at all. It makes me sad, very sad. Even though he did not think about his actions. And I've asked several people to talk to him about the things that he was doing, his actions. He was like adamant, he's never gonna do that. Then, on the 5th of September 2022, I haven't come to, before I come to the 5th of September 2022, let me go back to 2021. He was dismissed, the others were sent back to school, and then it was hell for me. It was hell for me. They had convinced everyone, because I did not state all these things that I'm stating in these videos. None of the people at school knew them. I did not give them the details as to what was happening. I suffered alone. Why I suffered alone? Because all the educators, worst part, the female educators, decided to take a step back. They stood away from me. I ended up not having anyone to talk to. I ended up not having a friend. Guys, I am not crying victim here. I think to date, I still believe that was the best thing to have happened to me. Even though it was painful at the time, because I would not have reached a step where I decided that I need to stop working there, because the environment was no longer conducive for me being there. I ended up being literally sick. Just last year in 2021, I ended up in hospital twice. And one of those 2 times I ended up in ICU. That's when I knew that this is not right. My body was reacting to the stress levels, the depression that I was now under from working there and being a loner. I'm not a kind to be a loner. I'm not a person that is okay with being alone. I love people, I talk to people, but I was a castaway. I was like put aside. People did not want to be associated with me because now I'm being accused of this horrible act. Guys, it was bad. It was bad. I suffered. For me to reach a point where I decided that enough is enough, I need to put a resignation. It was not easy. And guess what? That resignation as well, it was hell. Because my papers were put away. You'd swear that I'm exaggerating. I applied for resignation last year, October. And I only received my monies in June this year. June 2022. Because on purpose, remember at the district now, a district official has passed away and they do not know the details. So, but he had left enough information to associate me with his death. Like people knew him to have died because of the stress that I caused him. They did not know the details as to how did that even happen. They did not know that. They knew his side because apparently now when he was charged, he told a few people that this woman, and majority of them do know me. Now because of that, My papers were delayed at the district. They were delayed and delayed and delayed. For me to end up getting them, I had to now write complaints and complain to this one official and that highest official. I had to complain to the highest officials. And even then, there was a delay still. I only got to receive my pension money in June 2022 with the restriction that was done last year. Whereas, yes, it's true that my last day at work was the 31st of January 2022. But the papers went already prior to that time. Yeah, that's how I got to end up stopping working there. Now, believe me, the women of that school, I thank them to this day, because I think should they have given me the support, I would have still been there, and I don't know, where would I be? I don't know. Because now I was gonna work with two of these people that have gone back to work, and one of them is a principal. Hello. So do you really think I was gonna work nicely with the principal there, whereas he's blaming me for the 3-month suspension that happened to him? So I had to give up, and of all people, I want to thank the deputy principal that was female, that came to be a thorn in my flesh, because she blamed me. Everything that happened in the school that went wrong, it's because we do not have the principal. Our principal is on suspension. Everything, she made sure that she was putting that on my face all the time. And she made my life a living hell. Yo, guys, I won't even want to get to her. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. And then now come the 5th of September 2022. I'm talking about last month. I get a call from SACE. Now the call from SACE, they want me to come and testify once more. Now I'm like, what? Why? Because I know the case to have been finished. No, the cases are not finished. That was the Department of Education. Now SACE is also running their own cases. Now I must go and testify. The very same evening, on the 5th of September, I usually go live on my Facebook page. I'll go live on my Facebook page. Somebody gets into the live and just start swearing at me. And do you really want me to think it's just a coincidence that on the day that I received a call from SACE to come and testify is the very same day that someone decides to swear at me? I really do think I know who swore at me on that fateful 5th of September 2022. And just last week, he felt the need to send his friends to come and apologize on his behalf, because he can't apologize for himself. Yet I met him in person in June. We met at some place by mistake. We met there, and I'm being told by these friends that he wanted to apologize from a long time ago. Who is this person? The very dismissed person. So he wants to apologize only because now I must go and testify next week on the 19th of October. So I did not have a problem. He can apologize, but I did tell them that they need to ask him to go to the very platforms where he was violating me, where he was saying all those things about me. I mean, at one stage he tagged Panyaza Lusufi, even tagged Lulo Cafe, and told them how I I take loans and how I lie about the male teachers in the school. So I said, no, he needs to go back to Twitter. He needs to tag Panyaza Lusufi and Lulo Cafe again and tell them that he was lying about me. And he also needs to go to the Facebook and he needs to go and apologize. This apology, I can appreciate it on the very platforms where he was humiliating me at. Was I wrong to say that, Batu? I don't know. You know, the human thing is that there will be part of you that makes you feel like you're not doing the right thing, even though the brain will tell you that actually this is the right thing to be done. But the heart will be like, you know, you need to feel for other people, even though they don't feel for you when they do things to you. So I don't know what is going to happen on the 19th of October, where I have to go and testify. I will go there, and because it's a subpoena, I'm given a subpoena. A subpoena is, you're called, like you cannot say I'm not going. So it's a subpoena. There's just no way I cannot go there. And it is written that if I don't pitch, they will carry on with the case, but they will take action for my absence, for me not honoring the subpoena. So unfortunately, even if he can apologize on all the platforms, I still have to honor the subpoena. And there I cannot go and testify a lie under oath, because we do take an oath there. So I cannot lie on his behalf, unfortunately. So I'm leaving this video here because, guys, as much as I can pretend, the fact is I am not safe. With people that have lost jobs because of you, you are not safe. With people that have got a chance of losing their jobs, you're not safe, because now the Department of Education has given a 3-month suspension and they went back to work. But now SACE is running its own course on the side. We don't know what they will reach, what kind of a conclusion they will reach. Should they reach a different conclusion, it's hell for me. It is hell for me. I fear for my life. I fear for my children's life, more so because I don't even live with them. And since they can send their friends to come to me, the very same friends that they sent to come to me because they found me at my place, they could tell them where I live. So I fear for my life. I fear for my children's life, because I do know that in life, you should never mess with two people. I'll repeat this again. Never mess with someone who has got nothing to lose, and never mess with a person that has got too much to lose. A person that has got a lot to lose is just as dangerous as a person that has got nothing to lose. These people, the other two that went back to work, their lives are, their livelihoods are affected, they're on the line, as SACE is running their own investigation and their own case. Should they reach a different conclusion to the Department of Education, because we still don't know how can the Department of Education give people 3 months for the cases of sexual harassment. We do not know that. But people were found guilty, because they did say they were found guilty. Now, should it say, or it come up with a different conclusion? Who is at stake more than anyone else? More than even the learners that are going to be giving testimony there. I feel like I am at the peak, because of the many things that they have already done, And these people chose to perceive me as the person that is the instigator, as the reason why they are in this mess, because there were other female teachers that did not report. Guys, I repeat this again. I was not the only one that knew about this. There were many. There were many female teachers whom learners approached to tell them about all these people long even before they came to me. But now I will die because I chose to report. And the sequence of events that have been happening tell me that I am not safe. So the only reason I'm still alive now, I really do think that God does, or the universe really did take care of me, because I feel like the way they were angered, how angry they were, I shouldn't be here by now. Plus, I'm being accused of causing one of them's death. So that is my story, guys. That is my dilemma. That's how I got to resign from my previous job, and then I found this job that I'm doing now. It's a private sector job. I'm still looking for the Department of Education again, but I don't feel like I still want to work in Gauteng again. I don't know, but if I do work in Gauteng, it doesn't have to be in the same district. I cannot survive in the same district. I do know this because people have been told stories that are not even true, and they are hotspotting the hate. I've seen hate being hotspotted. I've seen it, and it's bad. So as I am waiting for the 19th of October, please keep me in your prayers, because I don't know whether I'm safe even en route there, even coming from there. I don't know, but this is something that I cannot get out of. It's too late to back out of. It's too late. There is nothing. I'm being subpoenaed. I have to honor the subpoena, and I cannot lie under oath. Worst part, I cannot lie for people that have jeopardized my life so bad, to a point where I almost died last year. Twice, Mohan. My health could not take it. I still don't feel safe. And even if I can go and lie under oath, they're still not gonna love me anyway after that. And even if I can lie under oath, will the learners lie under oath as well? What kind of a gender-based violence activist will I be if I go and lie on behalf of the victims? Because I'm going to give testimony not just for me, but for what the learners have told me as well. I'm going there as a witness for the other learners as well. So, one last thing I want to stress. I've learned something from this story. I've learned that some things are not worth fighting for. And be careful with victims. Don't be in front. Make sure that you're at the back, the victim is front, and then you support them. Never, ever, ever go and report something about the victims if they themselves are not brave enough to go. Even though we know what is happening, even if you've got the evidence to spare your life, please don't. And be careful that when you support other people, it may mean the end of you. It may mean the end of your job. It may also mean the end of your life. It's a sad truth. Remember, who's this woman, Babita? That Indian lady that reported the matter of Nthabiseng Hospital and the corruption that was happening there. She was shot several times by 7 men. They emptied their guns with bullets on her, on a defenseless woman, just for reporting the corruption, doing what is right. Just for doing what is right, she is dead. Her children are without their mother right now as we speak. So guys, be careful. It's okay to support people, but be sure that this is the right thing to do. Think clearly before you act, because guys, we live in a bad world. Thank you so much. This was the last portion of this. Maybe I will update you after the testimony after the 19th, but leave a comment if you would like to know how the testimony went after the 19th of October, which is next week Wednesday. Please leave a comment if you would like to get an update after that. If nobody wants an update, then I won't update, because this has been bothering. It has been in my chest. I wanted to offload. I offloaded in front of my camera, because I've not even been sleeping nicely ever since his friends to come and apologize for him, because like, I don't know, it has disturbed me a lot. There are a lot of dynamics that I feel like, I don't know, I have an internal fight within me, so I'm not even sleeping well. So I felt like, finally, let me just offload in front of my camera, and then offload to you, my subscribers. I do know that I do get support from you. I don't know if you will watch this 50 minutes, more than 50-minute video. I just hope you'll have the patience to watch it up until the end. And remember to share, like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget that notification bell. And thank you. Bye-bye.